It isn't just the woodworking aspect of it, it's a lot of just the general maker. Doesn't matter what it is that you enjoy, go out and make it. It kind of all began as a joke, semi-serious joke, years ago, because my dad's getting closer and closer to retirement. He, for decades, has been an amateur but a really good cabinet maker. And as he got closer to retirement, it was, well, we've got to keep you busy. So what's the best way to do that? And of course, there's just guitars hanging in the garage. It's like, let's make these things. And that's what got me more into the handcrafting and it's back into the whole woodworking aspect of making, is seeing him go back to it and just really love it. It was me wanting my own Strat. And instead of beating my head against the wall trying to search around for the right one, spending money, buying one that I think is it, and end up having to trade it off for something else and things like that, I just decided, well, I'll build it. I don't see why, with all the information out there, that I couldn't make myself one. The online community of people building is, for the most part, very friendly, very inviting. Everyone wants to share their advice as much as possible. There's not a lot of proprietary stuff that folks are trying to hold on to. They want you to take what they're doing and be able to incorporate it. It does start with knowing where to source lumber. What is good lumber, what is good hardwoods to use for certain aspects of the bodies and things like that. Once you have a slight understanding of that and you have some pieces that you can work with, as long as you have a nice clean flat piece of wood for a body, you can cut any shape you want out of that. When it comes to necks, it's a lot more specific, it's a lot more exacting. It's very important to have the right tools. You could have a whole entire wall full of different sized hand planes to do every single length or width of piece that you need to do to get it completely flat, but really you only need 2 or 3. But to have the right tools, as in the right quality, that is key, because otherwise you're just gonna be banging your head against the wall trying to make them do the job that they're supposed to do. Once it's all said and done, put together, that is going to be my Strat. That is going to be my guitar. In the process of building a guitar, you work very hard to make this beautiful neck, and then you make it ugly by just destroying it with bandsaws and stuff like that. And then you make it pretty again by sanding it, routing it clean, and then you destroy it again by carving it, and then you sand it and make it clean again. It's beautiful. It's just that over and over repetitive process with every step of the way. As you make it beautiful, then you destroy it, and then you make it beautiful again, then you destroy it. But when you finally do put the strings on, and when you finally get it set up and adjusted without being able to actually plug it in, and every time I felt it. You know, I couldn't believe. The first time it was all together, brought a tear to my eye. I kind of choked up a little bit because I was like, I can't believe I actually did this. And then a couple of days later, when it was finally wired up and we plugged it in the first time and I hit the first notes on it, it was another moment where it was just like, oh, I did it. I was able to actually take these random scraps of wood, make them beautiful, and make them play musical notes. When I set out to do it originally, I was like, I just want it to be playable. The first instrument I make, if it can make the correct notes and be playable, I'd be so happy. And for it to come out the other end as one of the better guitars that I own, it blew my mind. There hasn't been a feeling like that yet in my life. It's the mentality of it. It's the idea that you can go out, you can imagine it, put it on paper, you can make it. I would like to make this my future, is building guitars for people, whether it is under my own brand or finding a really good brand that I can trust and that makes quality instruments, to go join their crew and be able to actually do this with my life. That was kind of the point of it in the first place. Is what do I want to do with my life?